Next up at UFC 308, thank you. We have Ibo Aslan taking on Raffael Cerqueira. Ibo Aslan, 13-1. He is now squarely an underdog, but he is 13-1. 5-0 in his last 5 with a 100% finish rate. Taking on Raffael Cerqueira. 11-0 in his career, undefeated with 10 stoppages on his side. This is an absolute barn burner on paper, and if these new UFC gloves don't screw us, we should be in for a finish on either side of this fight. Ibo Aslan's a pretty heavy-handed guy. He can knock you out with just half power and short hooks. He is wide. He is sloppy. He's not coming in with clean technique, but it doesn't matter. He's all power, and he's got power in the hands and the feet. He's not looking to wrestle, but he will sneak in the occasional body lock trip if he needs to and then just tee off on top. He does have big-time cardio issues. Those were exposed in his only ever loss to Anton Turkalj, and then when they ran it back in a rematch, he didn't dispel any of those concerns. He gassed in that fight too, even though he got the win. He's taking on Raffael Cerqueira. This guy's a patient guy, takes his time. He fights loose, he fights fluid. He's not in a hurry, he doesn't chase finishes, and he doesn't even seem to throw with intent, but he is dangerous. He's athletic enough to be creative on his feet. He's good enough on the ground to hang there as well. Pretty big guy at 6'4". He uses that size to move forward, get you on your back foot. I watched the tape knowing his record, but the whole time I went through whatever fight tape I could find, I was like, this guy is undefeated with 10 stoppages? Like, where? I don't see the sense of urgency. He doesn't seem like that guy. Like Ibo, you watch his tape, you're like, holy shit, this guy's trying to rip your head off. You don't get that same, you sound like a serial killer. You don't get that same.
I didn't say anything.
No, just the squeaking, the slow squeaking in the chair, like just. Yeah, that sounds like a serial killer chair or like a rickety rocking chair on a porch.
What would my serial killer name be once they started finding the bodies? You know how they have like the Bay Harbor Butcher was Dexter. They had fucking, I don't know what Dahmer and stuff were them called, but you know they always have like a name for when they start finding bodies. What would my name be?
I would probably the anemic arson. Because you're clearly anemic, like you don't have enough iron. That's why your skin looks like that. And I imagine you would light things on fire after because you seem like if you look in your eyes, you seem like you don't have a soul and you would just burn things and look at it like that would give you joy. So the anemic arson, for sure. But if we get back to this fight, if you just watch Raffael fight, he doesn't seem like a guy that would be undefeated, that would have 10 stoppages. But he is that guy. And he's the better fighter here. Ibo has a ton of holes in his game. His cardio is absolute shit. He's a brawler. He doesn't like forward pressure, but he comes out hot. He is dangerous. He is fast. If Raffael has that lax attitude, I think Ibo's going to take advantage of that. And that's why I'm actually going to pick Ibo here, even though he's moving towards the dog side. Now, here we go. The anemic arson with the hot take. I just think...
Huh?
There's
no,
not. There's.
I read somebody said the sunscreen killer.
No. Oh, I thought you were making fun of me. Off tape study alone, Ibo's got to be the pick. But looking at their records, knowing Ibo has giant holes, not knowing quite what holes Raffael has, because I was hard pressed to find tape of him like in trouble. So it's a tricky fight to call. But I am going to pick Ibo. I'm going to go in the dog here. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Ibo is the dog at this point. I agree, it's definitely close. Both these guys are not. I mean, I don't think neither one of these guys are like UFC level guys. Like neither one of these guys is going to evolve into a world champion. I mean, Raffael is already 34. This guy's Ibo 28 and still doesn't know how to move his head at all. And against actual strikers, is going to be a problem. And could be a problem in this fight. I mean, both these guys just kind of swing wild, swing heavy with no real defense. Raffael's hands are a little bit lower. I got to go Ibo here because I think his shots are a little bit straighter, and I did see him in a little bit of adversity, right? You mentioned you'd never really seen Raffael in those situations that he was in against Anton. I know it was Anton or whatever, but he still had to kind of go through the fire a little bit, and he was able to win that fight. So I just think he throws a little bit straighter shots, and when they're throwing they're both throwing heavy. I think whoever gets there first is going to win this battle. I think it's probably going to be Ibo, but, I mean, it's not high confidence at all. I think they both suck.
Yeah. I don't think they suck. These are the type of fighters the UFC wants.
They're not great.
they're not the most skilled people in the world, but this is exactly who the UFC wants. Two guys, exciting, fun. This will be a fun fight to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
I think they're both. I bet they stare at each other and neither
And
one
just
throws
get
a
gassed
punch
as hell
for like
15 minutes.
like 3 or 4 minutes. Both these guys will like literally just stare at their opponent.
Raffael for sure.
When you get two guys like that where they both know the other one has power and they both have records that they kind of want to protect and stuff like that, a lot of times they just fucking. I would not be surprised if this is one of those fights that they just fucking stare at each other.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. I think it should be a fun fight. If there is not a knockout in this fight, then the gloves and all the conspiracy theories about the gloves are true. And those things suck. And you can't get knocked out for some reason. Because both these guys are very finishable. And both of them have a ton of finishes. They're just willing to stand there and bang.
How do you know Raffael is finishable?
You're right. He might not be. But he's willing to stand there and bang.
You just said both these guys are very finishable.
All right. I'll bet the under. You bet the over. Smart man.
All I'm questioning is why you would say that Raffael was a finishable guy. He's never been finished.
It's just I got a good gut feeling. Yeah, just a feeling in the gut.
Yeah, when you fucking got your nuts taken out, you got some sort of superpower sucked in that little hole.
They don't remove your nuts for a vasectomy. They're useless.
I bet they have. I bet they did. I bet fucking Tiffany did about 12 years ago.
Okay. We need to continue on. DraftKings Fantasy, $8,200 is the salary on Ibo. $8,000 is the salary on Raffael. I'm not touching it for a safe single entry cash game, but you're going to need exposure to both these guys if you're doing a large field GPP tournament. Use the optimizer. The optimizer will guide you. The optimizer will pick what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. And that optimizer is included in premium membership. You're going to get the picks, the bets, the artificial intelligence. You're going to get every single tool. We don't separate fantasy from gambling. We don't separate anything.
And we're going to add a tennis group.
We're not doing it. Yeah. And guys, if we have a horrific week and we lose 30 grand,
don't worry.
It's cool. We have the best tennis group chat. And we'll add you to that just to really soften the blow. Either way, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It is only $10. That $10 gets you all the way out to UFC 3.
We don't have a tennis group.
No, we don't have.
You got to say. I mean, people don't know sarcasm.
Yeah, I mean, I will get an angry email. Hey, I signed up. Where's the
fucking?
A couple of super chats. $10 from Dustin Allen.
A lot of super chats, man.
Thank you all very much.
It's funny where you're healthy and nobody really cares, but now that people worry that I might be sick, all of a sudden donations are just pouring in. Oh my God, Jacob's voice. Oh my God. Holy shit, we can't lose this alley, Mandy.
Been a fan since day one. Love the content, guys. No matter the card, you can count that my DraftKings lineup will always have the lock of the week. Fort Myers, Florida loves the freckled salamander. Is this your parents' shadow account?
I don't think they could possibly do that, but I do.
Jacob and I met in Fort Myers on a hot as shit South Florida afternoon 10 years ago.
I was shining, wasn't I? Out there washing my car.
Dude, the white trash setup. He literally. If anybody who hasn't heard it,
okay,
Jacob.
Yeah, let's make fun of me for making sure that my dog can be outside and living her life. Go ahead.
Jacob and I lived, our driveways backed up to each other. So I look out the window and I see
and by the way, I would never look out my window towards your house, but you apparently all the time were checking me out.
Yeah, because I was like, what kind of white trash setup did I move into? He's out there with a little kiddie pool, a $6 kiddie pool, his dog splashing around while he's hand washing his Mazda Miata in cut-off jean shorts. I'm not joking. That's not an exaggeration. Every single bit of what I said is true. Jacob, can you confirm?
Yeah, I have a black lab. I have a black lab, and it's fucking South Florida. I can't bring her outside and walk her when it's 100 degrees and humid. So
why are you washing the car in the jean shorts? That's the piece that was odd.
What's wrong with jean shorts? You wear jean shorts, they get wet. They dry very fast. In the sun, you're in jean shorts in the sun. Nothing dries fast.
I've never worn jean shorts ever.
You didn't
never wore jorts. Ever.
Everyone in the chat that lives in the Midwest knows this, is where you wear jeans your entire winter, and once it gets spring, your mom would cut the legs halfway across all your jeans That way she didn't have to buy shorts. Sorry, I mean, I didn't live a privileged life, Angelo. So maybe you went out and you got spring clothes every whatever at Macy's or the whatever malls you shop at in New York, Balenciaga or something like that. You get your little shorts every spring. But my mom, being efficient, you wear your jeans during the winter, and you're going to grow out of those jeans anyway. You can't wear them next winter because I was
your mom was buying 6T
I was a growing boy
pants
all the time, so she would just cut the legs off of all the jeans, and then you had shorts all summer, jean shorts.
And then summer was over, she'd donate them to the local orphanage, and some 6-year-old had full-size
confirm
pants.
That's what happened?
All right, we need to move on. I'm going to get rid of this comment. I was going to talk about Dexter. Jacob watched Dexter. He put me on the Dexter. I think it's one of the greatest shows of all time.
I'm rewatching it now. I just finished season 2 on the plane coming back from Vegas.
Such a good show. I'm looking forward to the comeback.
Love it.
$1.99 from Nicholas Barnum again. No place I'd rather be on a Tuesday night. Thank you for the second.
Angelo was probably that kid who tied his sweater around his neck backwards. Yes. When he was walking his fucking...
I was raised by immigrants.
Bullshit dog, his fucking poodle when he met me. That's what he had on. He had on fucking penny loafers, pastel shorts, a sweater around his neck with a T-shirt that said, I love New York.
Listen, that is a very Connecticut outfit, but that ain't me, dog.
With
Angel Tavares, $9.99. Angel, feliz cumpleaños, Salamandra. Boats and Hose. Thank you.
Boats and Hose.
Angel.
Appreciate that. It was my birthday last week. If you guys didn't wish me happy birthday, do it right now, please.
And Mike Sharpley with the $4.99. Old Red had me yelling after a few whiskeys at the Apex and got me paid. I told him I'd subscribe. Roll Tide. Well, we appreciate you, Mike. Didn't Alabama just lose or again? No, they just keep
Georgia
losing.
smacked Texas.
We actually watched that at the bar. I was like, go sports. Yes, sports.
And the Colts are never going to lose again. So